This is a nuke I started a week ago. I'm going to do a quick inspection on it. I introduced the queen and I want to make sure she's laying, and I want to make sure the population is adequate to cover the brood and that the brood is hatching. Just take a quick look in here. I did have, I'm kind of piling out. It's kind of a cloudy day, so the bees aren't in a fantastic mood today. Wow, look at this. It looks like they're quite full in here. I think a lot of the bees are hatching. So I'm just gonna take a look and see what's going on. I want to make sure, number one, that my queen was accepted. So I see a lot of brood has been hatching on this frame, or emerging. Oh, there's eggs. So I have a queen. That is great. That is what I like to see. I'm going to take a quick look, make sure the queen's not on this side. Yep, eggs in there, eggs in there. Whoa, this whole side's full of eggs. So this frame is looking really nice. I don't see the queen on there. And they're actually, looks like they're packed in here well enough where I'm going to add an additional box on top. A lot of this brood's been hatching out. Eggs in there. Capped brood on this side. And pollen. And there's the queen cage. Remove that and keep it. So this queen is already backfilling all the recently emerged brood is getting backfilled with eggs, which is great. As soon as this brood emerges, she's filling it in with eggs, and this population is just gonna take off. So this is a partial frame of brood, but on this side there's larvae. So some of this new young queen's eggs are already hatching. I'm going to scooch this frame over, and I believe I'm going to add an additional box on here because they have packed this out quite well, and I think it warrants providing them additional space. Let's see the queen here. I guess she could be on that last frame, but I'll pull this last frame out. This last frame is probably just honey. Let's see her on here. I grabbed an additional nuke super. I'm gonna expand this hive into 2 nuke boxes. This one is not painted. I'm gonna move all the bees out of it and put them in a painted box. Sometimes I'm not very good about painting everything on time. I've been building a lot of new equipment, and sometimes I need it so fast that I don't have time to paint it, which is not great. But I'm going to move 2 of the frames of brood up into the top box, and I will keep 2 in the bottom one, or 3 in the bottom one. The cluster isn't huge, but it is doing pretty well, so I think I am going to expand it. 2 frames of brood in the center. I'll move these frames into there as well. Take a But I think these guys are going to be just fine by winter. Oh, there she is. Right up there. Right at the top. Maybe I'll zoom in on that later. And she's just filling in all those empty cells very quickly. Doing a great job. I'll stick a frame of foundation right next to that brood. Hopefully get them to draw that. And then this last frame, looks like the frame is actually coming apart a little bit. It's not in great condition. So I'll try and force this one together. It's not really sitting together quite right, but it's a frame of honey for them. And I'll take these 2 away. I haven't even been feeding these guys. Now they have a freshly painted box and a freshly painted bottom board. So this is how you expand a nuc. I put it in here a week ago and they seem to be doing quite well. I want to make sure they have space because the queen was pretty much using up all the available space for eggs, and the rest of the space was getting used for honey and pollen. So some of these nuc hives, they're pretty prone to swarming because they don't have a ton of space. So if I don't give them additional space, they will swarm pretty quickly. And I don't want that to happen. So this is another hive I feel pretty good about. I think this nuc will build up strong enough by the fall to make it through the winter. There are a couple I'm kind of concerned about. Filling it, they'll probably have at least a couple of those frames drawn out and brood in those frames. I'll give these guys a feeder. And that's a wrap for that nuc hive. Like I said, it was started a week ago and a lot of that brood hatched out. I introduced the queen. The queen is laying eggs abundantly, doing fantastic. So I'm very happy with the progress on that, and I think it's a successful nuc.